Okay, so Trace, tell me why the Enneagram versus all the other personality assessments that are out there. Why do you like this?
The Enneagram invites us beyond just problem solving or conflict management or even personality inventory to these places of real depth, places of real meaning, places of engagement that invite us into ways of being with one another that it goes beyond just strengths to appreciation, if you will. And in that understanding, we also are getting a richer sense of why we engage in the ways we do, why we react in the ways we do, and the same for others. So the more investigation you have there, the richer and more beautiful it becomes. The other piece that I think is really valuable is the Enneagram is not something that was created in a lab. This thing is ancient. It goes back thousands of years with lots of different cultures that have informed it and shaped it and crafted it into what it is today, which allows for people to engage it from whatever on-ramp they happen to be able to find. So it's not a prescriptive model by any means. I know people are familiar with it in a variety of different ways, but the thing that I think is most engaging about it is it gets to that essence of who am I? And then it begins to invite us into the why am I, how am I, and how am I going to live in this world? Where it takes you is that next level depth. It goes to the places of meaning and purpose in our lives that the others don't quite get to. I mean, it's one thing to talk about your strengths. It's another thing to talk about why those strengths are important to you and why those strengths matter. Where is the depth within you? Where is that place that you draw on for your reserves? So for some people, it's an existential question. Other people, it's going to be a question of spirituality. For some people, it comes from a strong faith tradition. So there's a wide variety of ways that people access that. And the other part that's beautiful about the Enneagram is that there's not a right way to do that. There's not, here's the way that we're going to package this for you and you will do this well. It's your journey. And really with the Enneagram, we get to accompany people on those journeys rather than tell them what they're supposed to be achieving out of it.
Yeah. It's really interesting because when I've talked to my clients about the Enneagram and that this workshop's coming up, a lot of them have said, oh yeah, we had a group do that at church, which then that makes sense when you're saying that it's connected to purpose. How about for somebody who has no faith? What do you think about it?
Still, I mean, for me, in many ways, it is still as rich and meaningful because folks who come to it as agnostics or folks who come to it as maybe they identify as a humanist. One of the beautiful things about the Enneagram is it's filled with ancient wisdom from lots of different traditions.
Please join us for our next workshop. We'll be doing a deep dive on the Enneagram, and it's going to knock your socks off. Trace Haythorn, one of our world-class coaches, is also an expert in the Enneagram. And he'll be leading us through a discovery session. He'll be teaching, unpacking, and doing some live coaching along with me during this workshop. Come prepared, bring your family, bring your team. It's going to be a blast. See you there.